this conveys is that unless things change, unless the arms race is reversed, we're heading toward this midnight from which there can be no awakening.
The doomsday clock has been set to 90 seconds to midnight, the closest it has ever been to global annihilation of the planet.
The members of the Science and Security Board moved the hands of the doomsday clock forward, largely, though not exclusively, because of the mounting dangers in the war in Ukraine. We moved the clock forward the closest it has ever been to midnight. It is now 90 seconds to midnight.
Hundreds of thank you are not hundreds of thanks. All of us can use thousands of words in discussions, but I cannot put words instead of guns that are needed against Russian artillery. It is in your power to guarantee such artillery and any aircraft that will crush terror. It is in your power to make the victory. So may your decisions hit accurately.
Germany to provide Poland approval this week to send thousands of heavy battle tanks into Ukraine.
We will also deliver battle tanks to Ukraine, Leopard 2 tanks. That is the result of a very close and intense discussions with our partners, with our allies. Our aim is to deliver 2 tank battalions together with our allies. There are many countries that want to join in. We will coordinate it and include these countries. We will train Ukrainian crews here. We will make logistics available, replenishment, and we will also allow partner countries to deliver these tanks. There are many citizens in this country that are worried because of this decision and the dimensions that this type of arm brings about. Please trust us, trust the government.
We are fighting a war against Russia and not against each other. Thank you.
American lawmakers urge U.S. to ship Abrams frontline battle tanks to Ukraine. Reuters reports, breaking, the Biden administration is leaning towards sending a significant number of Abrams M1 tanks to Ukraine. And the announcement of deliveries could start this week, U.S. official says.
Today, I'm announcing that the United States will be sending 31 Abrams tanks to Ukraine, the equivalent of 1 Ukrainian battalion. The Abrams tanks are the most capable tanks in the world. They're also extremely complex to operate and maintain. So we're also giving Ukraine the parts and equipment necessary to effectively sustain these tanks on the battlefield.
Got a shocking video of scores of F-16s spinning around in the air in Denmark in an attack exercise on the Russians. Spoiling for nuclear war. George Soros urged use of Eastern European soldiers to reduce the risk of body bags for NATO countries in a New World Order article. They say New World Order.
I'm afraid to ask, but what nuclear options does Russia have?
Well, Russia has a lot of nuclear options, and so does NATO. And I don't think that either side would deliberately initiate the use of nuclear weapons. But the concern is that when you have a war, things get out of control sometimes. And there are many different ways in which this conflict could spiral into a broader war between NATO and Russia. And both sides have military doctrine that allows them to use nuclear weapons in the event that they are losing a conventional battle. And so there's a real potential here for this to take place.
As Gerald Celente always say, when all else fails, they take you to war. That's what the globalists 5 years ago at the EU said. They said, if you try to get rid of the EU or try to get rid of the New World Order, we'll just have a major war. That's how they hold us hostage.